Okay, so today we're going to talk about the 80-20 rule. So I think many people get the idea that you need to work out and you need to eat well, but how do you actually apply that to your life? How do you actually implement it? And there are tons of different styles of eating out there. Some people love juicing, and some people love to eat paleo, or interested in trying paleo, or interested in trying doing a Whole30, or interested in doing low carb, or interested in doing a sugar detox. There's lots of different ways that people, some people are like, I want to try gluten-free, even though technically it's really for people who have gluten intolerance, but sometimes people try that, thinking that maybe that's the answer. Some people try an elimination diet, when you eliminate certain things like dairy, eggs, from your diet to see, and you stay that certain way, a style of eating for a little while, and then you kind of introduce things to see if there's certain things that you're intolerant to, like when you digest them. So there's lots of different plans and methods of eating: clean eating, raw diet. The style of eating is really going to be based on you and what you want to do. I've tried a variety of different things. I shared in my little post today of part 2 of the evolution of the QuoBreaking life. And, one of the very first diets I ever tried. Before I was just trying to eat healthy wherever I thought it was. And then at one point I thought the Special K diet was good because it was on TV and those products are sold in the store. And one point in time I was on the Slim Fast diet, ridiculous stuff like that. So I understand why it's confusing, because a lot of information is out there. Some of it's conflicting. You're not sure which way you're supposed to go. And a lot of it has to do with marketing. People just wanting to make money off of your situation. You feel like you need to have a better eating plan. And so there's marketers out there who know that you're out there searching for something, and they're just going to play you and take your money. And so I'm going to say you're going to stick with the eating plan that works for you. One that you feel you can do consistently, and one where you don't feel deprived. And you need to figure out what that is. And honestly, I have tried a variety of different styles of eating, and now I more so may change the style of how I eat simply because of me wanting to kind of do the research. And part of doing the research is reading and finding out information about it and actually trying it myself. So I'm actually dipping a little bit into intermittent fasting, but honestly, you're gonna have to find what works for you. It's different for everybody. It has to be the one where you don't feel like you are completely super restrictive. And when you get super restrictive, you'll fall off. And sometimes when you're super restrictive, you're just not a nice person because you really just want to eat something, So you have to figure out the one that's right for you. And when you find that plan, then you still have to give yourself a little more grace, because no one's perfect. I'm going to say it again. No one is perfect. End of story. No one's perfect. And so when you're thinking about these different diets and different styles of eating, different lifestyle changes, what have you, there's going to be times where shit comes up and you want to indulge. So, it's summer, 4th of July weekend, maybe there's a barbecue you're invited to. Maybe you have a really big birthday coming up. Maybe there's a special dinner coming. I don't know. There's a variety of different events that come up every year in your life. And so you are going to have to figure out how to navigate them. I completely understand if you're I want to choose the best options at that event. And sometimes I do that as well because I'm like, I'm doing really well, I'm on a good streak. I rather just pick the best options and kind of stick with it. So that means sometimes at a birthday, like, I don't really eat the cake. And if I do, it's because it's something that I really, really like, or it's something that's like homemade. Like if you bring me like store-bought, like from Stop and Shop or Shaw's like cake, I'm just like, nah, not feeling it. Okay, I'm sure it's good. Nah. But if you bring me like cake from Party Favors in Brookline, that's like my favorite cake store, and I'm like, all right, I'll try a little piece of that, There's 4th of July barbecue. I know my family does one every year. There's multiple. And it's like, there's staples that my family makes that reminds me of home, that is comfort. And I have a little. I'm not going to fill up my plate full of it, but I'm going to have some because it's like, you know what? That's what we do for that holiday. And I want to be able to enjoy myself. I take eating as like a chance for me to give my body the nutrition I need, to fuel my workouts, to make myself like healthy. The insides are all good, but I do take opportunities to also like celebrate through food and enjoy the stuff that is bad for you, and that's what it's all about when you're thinking of the 80-20 rule. So 80% of the time you're sticking to the options that are the healthier, good for you options. And that's what I mostly do, especially through the week. It's like, you know what, I'm all point with my breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then sometimes events come up. Like for instance, we had like it was 9 years since we graduated college, and we had a little like mini reunion this past weekend. My college invited the last 10 graduating class to come together and celebrate, like a new special reunion weekend thing that they were doing. And so I went. And, I basically knew there's going to be appetizers. I'm like, all right, that's going to be my dinner for the night. And when it came to drinking, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to have one glass of wine and be satisfied with that. And I was. And then there was desserts, and I didn't really want them. And that's just where I was that night. I didn't really want them. A lot of times at staff meetings, there's like snacks and stuff like that. And I'm like, I don't really feel like, mowing down on some chips right now. Like, I'm good. Like, I'm satisfied. But then there's events that come up, and I'm like, man, I'm going to honor that 20% of my eating that is not going to be so restrictive. So tonight, I had an opportunity to go to the Sam Adams Brewery. My husband and I, we enjoy beer. We like going to different breweries around the city and breweries around in general. When we travel, if there's one close to us, we try it. We like trying different beers. And it's not drinking to excess and getting drunk and all that stuff. We actually like the idea of like people trying different recipes and different brews. Like we like trying different stuff. And so Sam is my favorite because it's my hometown beer. It's one here right in Boston. I also enjoy Harpoon, but Sam Adams is my number one. And so we had an opportunity to be on a panel tonight where basically they were trying to get marketing information from people who enjoy Sam's, and they're basically trying to figure out how to market a lager versus an ale. I'm a beer drinker, and my response was like, don't really care the difference between the two. Like it really depends about the description of it and like the flavors you put into it. And then there were some people who were like totally like beer geeks that have all this technical information. I was just like, whatever. I let them talk. I had my free sample, and I was good. And again, it wasn't about like drinking to excess. It wasn't about getting drunk. I am not drunk. But it was about enjoying myself, getting a chance to do something pretty cool, like talk to the brewers that I love and tell them my opinions, and be able to share a moment with my husband as well, doing something that we enjoy to do together. And do I feel guilty by the fact that I had some craft beer tonight? Absolutely not. I think I probably had a little over like a regular size of 12 ounce because we basically had a 12 ounce beer when we got in, and then they gave us 2 little samples. And so like, do I feel guilty about it? No. Do I feel like I'm going to throw myself off of a building because I had it? No. Why? Because I'm pretty much done eating for the tonight. I don't eat late. If I'm thirsty, I'm going to have some water. I'm going to go into tomorrow And what I'm going to do is it's business as usual. I have a very healthy breakfast. It's usually my nutrition shake, which is full of all like good vitamins and nutrients that I need. And then I'll have my lunch, and I have my healthy snacks, and then I'll have my dinner. It'll be back to business as usual. Just because I had a little beer tonight doesn't mean that it's like the wheels are off the wagon and I'm eating ho-hos and pizza and burgers for the rest of the week. I had my moment, I had my fun, I enjoyed it, and now I'm moving back I'm going on with life in business as usual, going back to the usual style of what I enjoy. And then when I think about the rest of my week, we're going out to a concert tomorrow night. I may have a beer, I may not, I don't know. And then, Wednesday and Thursday are pretty chillax at home, nothing big. Friday, I don't really have anything going on, and I don't really drink at home. I don't feel like sometimes I do, not really, most times I don't. And I know Saturday night I have a birthday party, and so I'm going to be out with my friends, and I may have one or two, and that's it. But that whole day before I get to the party, I'm on track. I'm having a great breakfast. I'm having a great lunch. I'm going to have a good dinner. And if I have a couple of cocktails, then that's not the end of the world, because I'm going to wake up on Sunday, and it is back to business as usual. Having a great breakfast, having a good lunch, having a good dinner, and having some healthy snacks where I feel I need a little bite to eat. It's about the balance, because I know for myself, if I was super restrictive, I would fall off the wagon. It is not for me at all. It does not work for me. If I'm just put myself as these are the things I can only have, and that's that, and if it's not on this list, I failed, I suck, I'm not good, I ruin all my goals. I can't do that. And in fact, I've been there. I've been that person when I was super hard on myself, and I was super restrictive, and I was super unhappy and super unsuccessful. So I feel like for me, that does not work. But having a balance between the two, having 80% of the time I'm on point and sticking to my nutrition goals, and the other 20% I get to, enjoy a slice of cake, a good craft beer, a glass of wine, a little bit of ice cream if I want to, then I'm going to enjoy it and not beat myself up about it, because you only have one life to live. And I am not going to sit here and torture myself until I die. I'm not going to dissect and criticize myself for every piece of food I put in between these lips. That's not how I want to live anymore. I want to give myself grace. I want to be nice to myself, and I want to be able to enjoy things. And I'm not saying that you only enjoy things if it's going to be cake and beer and cocktail. I'm not saying that's how you're going to enjoy life. That's not it. I enjoy a delicious piece of salmon. That is my fish of choice. I love scallops. I love fruit. I have lots of kale, and spinach. I love them. And sometimes I'll make a dinner and it's healthy and delicious, and that's home. I love it. And so I can enjoy the healthier aspect of life, and as well as I can enjoy the indulgence. And I know that at the end of the day, I'm doing the best that I can, and I'm sticking to my goals, and I'm not going to fall completely off track. I'm going to sway and enjoy, but I'm still have that forward motion and still do what I feel is best for me. So I want you to think about that for yourself, to honor who you are, to honor that you have certain taste buds, and it's not bad, it's okay. Try your best to have the best healthy options available to you, and actually access them and eat them as part of your diet for 80% of the time. And then for that 20%, I want you to chill out and enjoy it, and don't beat the crap out of yourself because you want a little slice of cake. Because confirm it with yourself that you will be back on track after that. It doesn't define you, it doesn't shape you, it doesn't change who you are. We need to stop beating ourselves up and start truly embracing who we are, this beautiful life, and just being able to enjoy everything around us, even if we're on the pursuit of trying to be the best possible versions of ourselves, but still being really able to enjoy life. I'd rather have joy and happiness than to be some strict, regimented, unhappy person. So I challenge you to find that balance for yourself. And if you're not sure and you need more guidance, you know I am here to support you. So I have lots of meal plan options. I have a great group that's starting next Monday that's going to be a little challenge that they can jump in, and we'll talk about these issues, and we'll be able to work something out for you that will be beneficial and will actually work and will get you thinking about this whole idea of eating healthy and a more positive light. This shouldn't be like brain surgery. You know, this shouldn't be like a tough thing. It shouldn't be a hard thing. It shouldn't be like something that you just like dread doing. I want you to embrace it because you can, and you deserve so much. Whether it's kale 80% of the time and a little cheesecake 20% of the time. All right, so I hope you guys are rocking it out. Hope you had a great day. And I want you to stay inspired, stay motivated, and be that quote breaker I know you can be. All right, take care until tomorrow.